Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome to Big Games Weekly Rewind. Happy Thanksgiving. It's that time of year where it's time for us to give thanks. And God knows I am thankful for a lot. I am thankful that y'all took a moment out of your busy day to stop by and check out your boy. Um, since it's Thanksgiving week, the Buff Nerd and I are not doing big game sports buzz, but I thought I could give you a big game rewind. That's kind of a preview to what's going to happen here on Thanksgiving Day and some other topics that are going on around the league that I've seen other people on other platforms talk about, and it just made it, where I got, what, I want to expand on this a little bit with the people that check my shows out. So if you're here for the first time, please make sure it's not your last time. Hit that like button and that notification bell so you know every time that I'm dropping brand new content, and then subscribe, and then follow us on social media: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube, all that good stuff. Um, you know, like I said, Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna ask you a couple questions at the end to talk about your turkey day just a little bit. But until then, bear with me, and I ramble a little bit when I'm by myself because I'm not having that regular debate conversation with a co-host or partner. But I will eventually get to the point. I promise. I'm working on it. I really am. Um, I saw something the other day. I was at the gym and I looked up and I saw something on the bottom of the screen on, I believe it was Get Up. And it said, does Lamar Jackson have to win a Super Bowl to validate his legacy? Something of that nature. Um, I may have put validating legacy in there, but the gist of the question was, does Lamar Jackson have to win a championship to be considered great? And you think about other quarterbacks that have come through over time that a lot of people will call great, but they never won championships. Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, come to mind for me right off the bat. And there's more. But you think about the body of work Lamar Jackson has, and he's an amazing athlete. He's done amazing things, but he can't get over the hump right now and win that AFC championship game to get to the Super Bowl and have a chance to win it. Um, but when you think about it and you think about what's going on, he's in the Pat Mahomes era right now. And so he runs up against those Kansas City Chiefs, and they find a way to beat Lamar and the Ravens end up coming up short. But the more I think about this, and you think about Lamar Jackson's body of work, I don't believe a Super Bowl is going to define his greatness. I think it adds on to his greatness, but I don't necessarily think that it takes away from it, because when he came out of Louisville, one of the first things that everyone always said was he's a running quarterback. He can't throw the ball. And he's showing now that that is something that he can do. I mean, you just look at Lamar Jackson right now, career stat wise, he's played in 98 games. Um, he's completed 64% of his passes, over 18,000 yards, 152 touchdowns to 48 interceptions. He's been sacked 185 times, um, and he's escaped a lot also, right? But you look at his just career stats on what he's done, and I don't think he's done scratching the surface. I think that he has a lot more football left in him, knock on wood, as long as he can stay healthy and continue to play at the high level, which he's done, and that he's going to be fine. And then if you take a crack at just what he's done, that's just his arm. We're not talking about his legs and what he can do on the ground. And he's an added dimension to that Ravens offense. We all know that. This season, through 12 games so far, 231 completions on 343 attempts, 67% completion rate, 3,053 yards, 27 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. That's slinging that thing. And I think that's why he is up there as a front runner right now in MVP talks, which I'm going to talk about here in just a little bit. So, looking at Lamar Jackson's work so far this season, he's having a great season. And arguably, he could end up winning what, his third MVP trophy in his career, um, which is crazy within itself. And then just looking at the rushing yards for this season, he's got 103 attempts, 599 yards, 3 touchdowns. And just the way he keeps plays alive and extends them with his leg, um, he's doing great things. But like I said, I asked this to the people that stop by, that are football fans. and not necessarily Lamar fans or Lamar haters, but just football fans in general. When you think about legacy and greatness, do you automatically go to Super Bowl? Because Eli Manning has two, and yet Eli Manning was a good NFL quarterback. I don't think that he's in the same tier as Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson is a better quarterback, but you gonna say big game. Eli got two more than Lamar, and I know that. But that's why I don't believe that a player can solely be judged on the amount of rings they have. And we say this about basketball. LeBron James doesn't have as many rings as Jordan, but to some, he's still going to be considered a greater player than Jordan. I'm not touching that one right now because that's not even what I'm talking about. But you get what I mean, right? At the end of the day, I believe any football fan that has a team that doesn't have a quarterback established right now would kill for Lamar Jackson on their team. And some people are going to say, no, I wouldn't because he hadn't won the big game yet. But he's getting closer to that big game than your team is if your quarterback is not that guy and your team hasn't had that success. So I would argue it all day, every day, that Lamar Jackson is a quarterback that a lot of people would love to have on their team. And I think when all's said and done, Super Bowl or not, he will still be considered one of the greatest quarterbacks to play the game of football. That's just me. And I honestly believe that. Moving on, not to beat that dead horse, like I said again, let me know down below in the comments what you think is Lamar Jackson's legacy hinging on him winning a Super Bowl or not. I'm gonna say it's not, but let me know. Shout out. If y'all didn't know, this is Buccaneers fan, and I'm not talking about them tonight. But next topic. Saquon Barkley is running like a man possessed. So much so, some are now saying that he is running away with the MVP. Now, this stat here kind of blew my mind, and I knew it because I know how much the running back position is devalued by a lot of people, and it shows by teams not keeping their running backs or paying their running backs or looking to get a running back in later rounds of the draft. And then when it's time to pay them, franchise tag them and then let them go on and kind of repeat that process. But I believe Saquon Barkley and also Derrick Henry are showing that there is still a lot of value at the running back position and that people are going to have to take the running back position a lot more serious than they have lately. But this stat here, no running back has won MVP since Adrian Peterson did it. And I am trying to find, here we go, right here. Man, so the last time that a running back won the MVP, what this says is 2012. Adrian Peterson, through 12 weeks, just like Saquon, his stats were 1,236 yards, 185 receiving yards, and 7 touchdowns, total touchdowns. And his team was 6-5. Saquon Barkley, 1,392 yards, 257 receiving yards, and 12 total touchdowns. The Eagles are 9-2. Now, granted, I know the Eagles have a great offensive line. I mean, we know they got a little beat up last year. These guys healthy. They are averaging, their running backs are averaging more yards without contact than any other running backs in the National Football League right now. And I think Saquon's is like 1,000, and the next one close to it is Derrick Henry with 700. If I'm remembering that stat and saying that stat correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. I will try to find that stat that I saw. I think PFF did that stat, and I'll put it on my X page. But nevertheless, Saquon Barkley, and we've gotten so enamored with quarterbacks being the MVP, and your quarterback is very important. Don't get me wrong. They're one player that touches the ball pretty much every single time, unless it's a trick play or direct snap to a running back. But your quarterback has to touch the ball every play on offense. has to manage it, has to distribute it, has to take care of it. The quarterback position is a valuable position, but I also believe that because the quarterback position is such a popular position now, that the media has made it all about the quarterback. Hence, the awards have been going to quarterbacks lately. And I honestly believe that Saquon Barkley, with his body of work and what he's put up right now so far, like I said, 1,300 yards rushing, 10 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns, 12 touchdowns overall, and through 12 games. And we still got 5 games left. This is crazy stats, crazy numbers. And I think that if Adrian Peterson won it on the numbers he did when he got it, and I know those numbers I gave him just through week 12, and it's not his whole season stats for that year. But I think that the running back position has to be valued enough. Yet now, there's a lot of quarterbacks playing well, and I'm about to talk about those guys right now. Just right now, top 5 NFL MVP rankings from CBS Sports that I found was Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, number 1, Lamar Jackson 2, Saquon Barkley 3, Jared Goff 4, and Pat Mahomes 5. Mahomes and the Chiefs, I believe Mahomes is up there strictly because they're finding ways to win games and they haven't been playing great. And honestly, let's say what it is. If the Chiefs defense wasn't playing the way they're playing right now, Mahomes will have more losses on his belt. I don't think that Mahomes should really be up there as that 5th player. I believe Derrick Henry should leapfrog him to be in that 5th spot at least. But that's just me. And I think I'm a little biased and old school because I played with running backs in my backfield like Warwick Dunn and Mike Allstott, and really Mike Allstott, the big physical back. And I just love and appreciate the run game. And then in Indianapolis, I played with Edgerrin James. So I think I'm a little bit more partial to the running back position sometimes, although I know how valuable a quarterback is because I went from, situation I had in Tampa with Sean King and then eventually got Brad Johnson to playing with Peyton Manning. So trust me, the value of a quarterback is priceless. But when you look at this MVP rankings and you're looking at it, the move. EA Sports put the reverse leapfrog in the video game off of Saquon's greatness. How crazy is that? And I know we can't base it off what a video game does, but every time the Philadelphia Eagles play and Saquon Barkley touches the ball, it's like you're just waiting for it. You're waiting for the burst. I mean, did you see what he did to the Rams, y'all, on Sunday night? 26 carries, 255 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, the house calls were, oh my God, they were a thing of beauty. So I believe that Saquon Barkley is going to run away with the MVP. Get it, run away. No, I'm joking. I know it's going to be tight. And the way Josh Allen is playing in Buffalo, I will say this. I always give Josh Allen credit, and then it seems like something happens later on. But to lose Diggs as a receiver, to lose Gabe Davis, um, to lose some of the pieces they lost on defense, and still be able to have the success that they're having in Buffalo, I think it says a lot about Josh Allen. And what he does. He does it with his arms and his legs as well, like I talked about Lamar Jackson earlier. So Josh Allen is doing well. And if Buffalo continues to win, and if Josh Allen wins this award, I'm not mad. Yes, I am. Like that. I'm mad because I want Saquon Barkley to get it because I believe that he's just playing at such a high level. And you look at what he had to come from. So I think it makes for a great story. All these years in New York, a couple seasons hurt, and didn't do a complete season in New York. Which is going to help me transition into my next point. The New York Giants, y'all, are straight dumpster fire. Like, New York Giants fans, I just want to say, I'm sorry. If the Giants is your team and you have to rock with them, I'm sorry. It's not like you can even jump ship and go for the other team in New York because the Jets are hell right now. But the Pat McAfee show has grown on me a little bit. And he showed a clip from the Giants on Hard Knocks the other day. From the Giants on Hard Knocks. I think it was like during the fall. I don't know if it was late season or early on, whatever it was. I think at Hard Knocks. Anyway, Pat McAfee showed a clip of the Giants GM, Joe Shane, and owner John Mara having a conversation. Shane was selling Mara on the idea of why it was going to be okay to let Saquon Barkley go, how they can get the same type of tier running back in the second week of free agency that would still be able to do what Saquon Barkley could do. And Mara's face the entire time, y'all. If y'all haven't seen it, please go look at that. I think it's Monday's episode of the Pat McAfee show when they showed it. Mr. Mark, that owner did not believe it. He was like, "Yeah, well, the money I understand, but I just don't like it." He knew, and that's the thing. When you have someone like this, Joe Shane, that comes in to run a franchise, to put the best team together, you decide to pay the quarterback, which you've now released, who's cleared waivers and is free to go wherever. You sign him, let the team's best offensive player walk, most exciting player walk. You draft Malik Neighbors, which has great talent. He's so clearly frustrated in the press conference after the Buccaneers took him to the woodshed. Way to go, Bucks. He's calling out people. He's talking about the situation, and it has to be a tough situation. That it's so, guys. I tell people all the time. I think God I never played on a team that just sucked. I think my worst record was a year in high school, and that hurt. So losing's not something you should ever get used to as an athlete. So I know why Malik Neighbors is pissed off. But if I'm the Giants owner, my general manager after the season, he is so gone. And Brian Dable, I thought you were going to be a good coach the year you came in from Buffalo, and that first year you had the Giants rolling. And I don't even know if you got the pieces. So I don't even know how to judge and grade what you're doing with what your GM has kept and giving you. So I want Dable to get another chance. But you know how it goes. If a new GM comes in, more than likely a new coach is going to go in. So, y'all, I raised the question. Is it time for the New York Giants to do a complete overhaul? Clean out the whole front office, GM, scouting department, all the coaches, head coach, coordinators, everybody gone and bring a whole new everything. All new everything. Like saying something. Bring in all new stuff. Is it time? New York fans, let me know. If you are a Giants fan, let me know what you want to see done. Please. Overhaul or just get rid of Shane and Dable or just get rid of the GM or just get rid of the coach. What do you think? Let me know what y'all think, man. I just think that it is going to be in shambles. Oh, Lord. Yeah, after that, maybe. Maybe take a little swish real fast. Thanksgiving Day. Tradition. Watch football or eat turkey in front of the TV. Watch some football games. Used to be 2 games. Now it's going to 3. And they've even introduced the Black Friday game. Here to ask you, looking at this slate of games, with the usual suspects that we always have playing on Thanksgiving. You always got the Lions and the Cowboys playing. And then this year they added the Packers and the Dolphins. So looking at these slate of games, and I'm going to count the Black Friday game as well, because I don't know about y'all, but I will not be out in no streets doing Black Friday shopping. They got it all online now. Take advantage of online, y'all. You ain't got to get up and go stand in line. Just log in, hit add to cart, boom, you're done. Telling y'all, save yourself the hassle going out there getting that refurbished air fryer and then refurbished TVs, bro, at the Black Friday sales where you can get them online. Anyway, looking at these slate of games, which game are you most looking forward to today on Thanksgiving? Which game are you most looking forward to? You had the Bears and the Lions. division game. Caleb Williams has seemed to find a little bit more confidence in his new offensive coordinator, playing with a little bit more swag and sense of urgency. Will it carry over to them playing against the Lions? The Giants and the Cowboys. You talking about a straight shit show. The Cowboys came up big and we got a win against Washington, but over the past 3 weeks, Jaden Daniels has looked like a rookie, and that offense has looked a little vanilla. Cowboys won a game that they should have won, I believe, even though they had a backup quarterback. Anyway, game 2, Giants, Cowboys, and the nightcap, Dolphins and the Packers. Whew, man, and then the Chiefs, Raiders. I think I'm looking forward more to the Lions and the Bears. I think it's going to be a tougher division game than the Giants and the Cowboys. I think the Giants are done. I don't think they win another game this season. And I think the Cowboys will get their first win at home this year. You know what I'm saying? And then the Dolphins and the Packers, you never know what you're going to get. Dolphins took care of business against New England this past week, but it's New England, rookie quarterback, Drake May, and they got a lot of work to do. So that's that was an easy win for the Dolphins, but I think the Packers win this one. Chiefs Raiders, I'm looking to because I believe that the Chiefs just every week come out and find a way to win, and it doesn't look pretty. They struggled with Carolina. I believe that they have to show better against the Raiders here, and they need to win this game. But I'm most looking forward to seeing if the Lions can continue their dominance. And this being a division game, I think they want to establish now that they're the best team in the NFC North, and that any team of the NFC going to the Super Bowl is going to have to do it through Detroit. So I'm most looking forward to the Lions and the Bears game. Could be wrong. I don't know. But, y'all let me know down below what game are you more looking forward to. And by the time this thing comes out, you see it, if you're watching it, maybe you're listening to it while you're watching some games. Still let me know what game that you were most looking forward to, and or if it's afterwards, let me know which game you enjoyed the most. Because no matter what, I'll talk about how bad the games are going to suck. I guarantee you, the games are going to be on the TVs in my house. I guarantee you. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Games Weekly Rewind. The only other thing that I wanted to jump in and touch on, and I didn't get a chance to really get a lot of information written down on it to come talk about it. But college football fans, if you're a college football fan, just let me know what you think down below, please. Travis Hunter, amazing football player. Defensive back, wide receiver, Colorado. Plays almost the entire game, both sides of the ball. Tremendous shape. And he's not even a finalist for the Jim Thorpe Award. How crazy is this? How can he be a Heisman finalist and not get the Thorpe, to be a Thorpe finalist? I don't know. Crazy to me. I think that Travis was robbed. That Travis Hunter was robbed. That he definitely should have been a finalist for this, and not just that, he should definitely won the award. If you look at what he does, teams don't even throw to him. I had a chance to see him play in person this year, and I saw the kid make a play that looked like it should have never been made by anyone his size. Yet he got it done. So besides that, y'all make sure you enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy all the fun, full slate of football games, college this weekend, NFL on Thanksgiving Day. And, just real quick, think about it real fast. I did this with some of the kids at school. This or that. Are you a turkey person or a ham person? Turkey or ham person? 1 for turkey, 2 for ham. Man, what's your favorite Thanksgiving side? Your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? This is crazy to me because you have so much stuff going on. And if I had to narrow it down to just one, I think I'm gonna say dressing, cornbread dressing, because I don't have it all the time. So yeah, cornbread dressing with some gravy, turkey, collard greens. Yeah, yeah. Mac and cheese gonna be on my plate too. Candy yam, all that's gonna be on my plate. Talk about my favorite. That's Big Game's favorite. Anyway, man, it's your boy, Big Game James, former Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive lineman. Please make sure that you check us out on BGSE Network. We got Big Game Sports Buzz, Two Birds, One Show, the Buff Nerd Podcast, and MCXP Radio, Man Cave Express. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Check us out on all the things that we're doing. This is Big Game James, and you've been watching Games Weekly Rewind. Hey, be blessed, be safe, and have a great Thanksgiving. Peace.